Good morning, hello, and welcome to Facebook Ad Secrets. And we're now on training 5. Thank you, everyone, for arriving early this morning. It's early for you guys anyway. It is now 3 o'clock in the afternoon. For those that don't know, I'm in San Diego right now. And I'm at, this would be classed as the world's top social media conference. All the experts are here at this conference, over 2.5, they were saying 3,000, in fact, 3,000 people attending this conference, which starts in a couple of hours with a nice networking event and then is on for the next couple of days. So really looking forward to it, and looking forward to getting some really great information so that I can share it with you guys over the next couple of weeks in these live sessions. I might be able to drop one or two things in the group. So looking forward to it. Thank you once again for coming this morning. In fact, actually, we've got more attending this morning. It must be a good time of the day than some of the evening ones. So there you go. Okay, now here's what we'll be covering today. It's actually quite a full-on session again. Now, as you recall, last week we went into the conversion pixels, the website audience pixels, and doing a basic ad. And I did actually say I was going to run through those types of things today. But what I'm actually going to do today is actually take you through the process with one of my newer campaigns. I've actually been running I've got an ebook that I've had for quite a few years, and it's been going really, really well, but I haven't actually done anything with it. So I've decided I'm actually going to set up campaigns for it. And we're going to do the list building one today. So interesting, it's been going really, really well, basically because affiliates have taken off with it. But I thought I'd do some of my own marketing in that. So I'm going to show you the actual process with this brand new campaign from go to woe. So, well, from go to pretty much woe. We've still got a couple of sessions left of these live sessions to show you the rest. But anyway, so welcome. As you know, we've got the 7 Facebook remarketing training modules. Training 1 was working out your goal, and we went through that really to decide what it is that you actually wanted to achieve. Well, the first thing that you wanted to achieve to be able to give you the biggest bang for your buck. So for instance, if we're using what I'm doing today, it is the fact that I wanted to start building a list. Training 2, finding out who your target audience is. So we went through and found out, okay, well, who is our exact audience that we want to market to reach the goal that we want to get. Training 3, designing your marketing funnel. And we had some awesome marketing funnels coming through. And this is a really important step, obviously, so that you can actually know where to put all your conversion pixels and audience pixels and that, and what stage of the funnel, what you need for each stage of the funnel. Great to map that out. So glad you guys did that. Training 4 last week was really preparing your marketing materials. So your landing pages, your ads, and your website and conversion pixels. Training 5 today is in preparing and installing the tracking system. This is pretty much what I touched on last week, and I know I did it last week, but we're actually going to go through the whole process today, pretty much step by step. As much as I can. In fact, I'll go into a little bit more detail about it in a minute, but I am over here in San Diego. I don't have a technical advisor or techie with me, and discovered something interesting in my WordPress, which means that I can't actually put the pixels that I need on the exact pages that I need because I can't find those pages, interestingly enough, but I will put them on a couple of the older pages in there. So just to show you guys what to do, but when I run my ads, it's going to show that the conversion pixels aren't there, and I'll have to get that changed when my techies actually wake up. Tried to get them at what would have been equivalent to midnight, or no, 2 o'clock in the morning their time. We couldn't do that. Anyway, we've got training 6, launching your ad and remarketing. Again, we're doing quite a bit of that already. We'll go into a bit more detail on training 6 on really launching it and some of the other different remarketing things you can do. And training 7, of course, how to track and optimize. And as I've explained, there's simple insights, stats that Facebook shows you, and I show you how to dive a little bit deeper so that you can get the real results on how your ads are running, so you know exactly what you're doing and what is working. So let's get started. We've got training 5, preparing the tracking system. So what we'll be covering today, what needs to be set up for the remarketing campaign. So pretty much I think it's 9 specific steps inside the steps. I know there's heaps of steps along the way, but this is just for the pixels and what needs to be sort of laid out. So 9 specific ones, how to do it all and some of the tools that you're going to need, and also creating Facebook ads. So like I said, very similar to last week, except I'm going to go through the process again from go to woe. And so let's just start with what actually needs to be set up in terms of your remarketing funnel. So first of all, you're going to need a landing page, and I'll show you some more examples of these landing pages. I know I did show some examples in, I think it was training 1 or 2, but I did it sort of right at the end, and there was a few people that actually had left by then, the ones that wanted to stayed on. So you're going to need a landing page. Then you're going to need a thank you page. So the landing page could be for your free report. The landing page could be something that you're selling. It could be for a free consultation. It could be pretty much for anything, but the page that you want to drive people to achieve the goal that you want to achieve, whatever that may be. And that was what you decided in the very first step in this remarketing process. And then, of course, the thank you page. So after they've taken the action, the page needs to be set up for them to get hey, thanks for registering, or thanks for the purchase. Here's some information. Your purchase will be delivered in 7 days, or whatever it might be. Okay, we need this thank you page so that we can tell, so we know our conversions. So we know, when we're tracking inside Facebook, we need to know that they've come from the landing page and they've gone to the thank you page. Okay, so once we've got the landing page and thank you page, we're going to need our website audience pixel. So we've got to go into Facebook and get this pixel, and then, of course, put them on all the pages of our website, okay? So once they're on all the pages of the website, we want to put our rules in place so that we can track people that come to our landing page and come to our thank you page, and whatever actions that they take along the way inside of that. So that's where we're going to go through today, is putting those rules together as well. Then we're going to go the rules in place for that's the rules in place for your audience pixel. Then we're going to go the conversion pixel. So really getting our conversion pixel and placing that on our thank you page, so that we can track all the people that come to our thank you page. And then we're going to have a look at our optional conversion pixel for your landing page for key page views. So you can effectively have a website audience pixel. So this tracks the people that come to your website, then they come off, and then they come back to Facebook, and we can remarket to that specific audience, okay? The conversion pixel is different. The conversion pixel is so we can track what actions people take. So the website custom audience is to track the audience and re-advertise. The conversion pixel is to track what actions that audience takes so that we know what's working and what's not. But the conversion pixel, we can remarket, we can set up lookalike audiences from this conversion pixel, okay? And then, so that's why we might want to set up a conversion pixel on our landing page, and we might want to do that for key page views so that we can create a lookalike audience for people that came and viewed this particular page, okay? We might want to do that. So I'm not going to do it in my demonstration today. I'm just going to do it to the thank you page, but there's an option there. Then we need to do a Facebook ad, 3 Facebook ads, okay? We're going to do a Facebook ad to the landing page, so our goal Facebook page, what we want them to, the main goal that we want them to do. We're going to set up a Facebook ad for those who didn't take action. So they didn't register in that, and then the ones that took action so that we can upsell, okay? There's lots of derivatives and things inside here, and we might look into that in more detail next week, but these are our key ones that we're going to look at today, okay? So just to recap on the funnel, and I know you've seen this heaps and heaps of times, but how it relates to what we're talking about today, we're going to be setting up our Facebook remarketing ad. So we're going to be setting up our Facebook ad that's going to lead them to a page. And today it's going to be a free gift page. And then we're going to set up the, if they take action, we're going to set up the thank you ad or upsell ad effectively. And the conversion pixel on the thank you page. And then we're going to set up the didn't take action. And so we're going to have the 3 different ads. But to look at the funnel, Facebook ad to webinar registration page in this instance, but it's going to be a free gift for the demo I set up today. Didn't take action, remarket, did take action, remarket. Okay. All right. So some web page examples. I've got some examples of landing pages. So that's our squeeze page. There's all sorts of different names for that, but that's the goal page effectively. And of course the thank you page as well. Okay, so here's some examples. We've got the free report that I'm going to show you today, and I'll just go in and have a look at this. Oops, and all the 3 of them are going to open. I've actually got really, really high speed internet, which is great. So everything's going to go heaps faster today. Even me, in fact. Okay, so here's the brand new free gift page that I've just had set up. And so this is a little bit of an example of what it looks like. So we've got our headline, we've got here's an overview, 3 bullet points, and opt-in, okay? And download free report. Now, this is connected to Aweber. So as soon as they opt in, they get an email out from Aweber that they've opted in, and then the free report as well. And then I can start marketing to these people. So that's an example of one landing page. Here's another one to a free quiz for anyone who wants to set up a quiz. And this is a free relationship quiz, reveals your relationship mate type. Are you a housemate, best mate, playmate, or a soulmate? Find out now when you complete this fun quiz, then fun and easy. And then people can click on here. This is actually done to lead pages, which is well, somewhere where you can build web pages. It's basically an application. So if you're can't build your own, I guess landing pages, then you might want to look at something like lead pages, which is what this is in. It's a pretty much a drag and drop type of website builder or landing page builder, and they've got lots of examples and things. So have a look at that if you don't have one already. Oopsie daisy, going into the back end of my website. We've got a video series here as well. So let's see whether we can, oops, sorry guys. I have to take it back to here. And to give you this example. Let's hope this is going to work. Oops, I took you straight to the thank you page. That was clever, wasn't it? That's because I'm showing you the thank you pages now. Okay. Here we go. I love this high speed. So here's an example of a landing page that takes into a sort of a little bit of a mini series. This is a free video mini series. We've got our video on the front going through why people need to put their name and email address in, and then the name and email address and download now. Okay, so this is a little bit more fancy, but it gives you some idea of sort of the list collecting side of things and the different things that you can do. This is probably a little bit more advanced, and if you want to do video and things, okay. So that's an example of another landing page. When we go into, so those are your landing pages. Oh dear. Okay. And our thank you pages. So you know how before I showed you my my opt-in to my card making? Well, this is sort of what the landing page looks like. Here we are. Thank you for your subscription. You're now ready to download your card making for profit business. 5 steps from passion to profits report. Please also check your email for address. setting up your card, making business, learn the secrets to turning your profit into passion. And they can download that book now, okay? I have set up what they call a single opt-in inside Aweber. So if any of you guys are familiar with autoresponders, and you should get familiar with them, there's Aweber, there's MailChimp, there's Constant Contact. If you want to pay a little bit more money but has a lot better functions, you've got the likes of Infusionsoft, and there's another one called Entreport. But in terms of the lower cost ones, the ones I would recommend are SendPepper and Aweber. I can put them, if you want to know what those are, just ask at the end and I'll put the links to those in the chat box. But so it just makes it really automated that I can send emails out to these people. Okay, so that's an example of one landing page. Here's the thank you page. This is the thank you page for that quiz, so that now they can take the quiz, but we've got the conversion pixel on this particular page because I've left their name and email address. And I think you saw the thank you page for this one before because I accidentally opened it up. I am rushing through this a little bit, guys, I'm sorry, but I have covered most of the stuff. It's more that we actually do have quite a bit to go through today. And because I'm doing a lot of live demos, as with anything, sometimes when you do live demos, things can go wrong. So I'm just sort of mindful of the time and that some of you might need to get to work and things. And that's the thank you page for the mini series, video series. So get instant access now. This particular one, they get a new video. I think it might be each day or it might be once a week. I can't remember at the moment, but they get a nice video series along the way, and then an upsell into the main program. So with any of these free reports, the whole idea is A, to collect the list, to upsell into something else, whatever that might be. Okay, so let's go through how to actually do all this and what we need to do. Okay, so in terms of the website custom audience, so this is the little pixel that you can use for all your remarketing, and it goes on every single page of your website, okay? Now, there's a whole heap of different rules that you can set up, but we're just going to focus on two right now, okay? And that is people, we want to set up a rule in place for people who went to the main page. And then we can segregate them down to people who went to the main page in the last day, in the last 7 days, in the last 30 days, and in the last 180 days, okay? You can actually do it for as many days as you want. Those are the main ones I use. Sometimes I do 1 day, 4 days, 7 days, and that's more so in my webinar series because I'll change the ads slightly depending on how many days that they've been in. And then the second rule we want to put up, main rule, is people who took action. So people who went to the main page and then people who took action, okay, on day 1, day 7 days after, 30 days after, and 180 days after. When we run ads, we can include, and let's just say we're running ads like I did to my webinar or even to a free report or to people that have come to your shop, you can go, I want to include, and this is the remarketing campaign, I want to include all the people that went to the main page in the last 7 days and exclude anyone who took action in the last 180 days so that the people that have taken action, we don't have to re-advertise to them again. We can do another ad campaign to them, okay? So that's why these are the only two audiences I really need to set up, okay? So we'll go into exactly how to do that. Now, with the conversion pixel, there are 6 different options that you can have with a conversion pixel. So remember, the conversion pixel is the pixel that I'm going to put on the website, on different pages of the website. So the website audience pixel, I put on every page and put rules in place inside Facebook. The conversion pixel, I put on certain pages of the website that I want to track, okay, so I can see my figures. There are 6 different options. The first is checkouts, okay, so we can track checkouts. This is really people who bought your product. We can track registrations, so people that have registered for something, whether it be the event or a webinar or whatever it is. Okay, so we can track registrations. We can track leads. So leads are people who have opted in, or whatever you class your lead to be effectively, but I class them as leads that have actually given me their name and email address. We can track key page views. So these are people that have viewed certain pages of the website. I would mainly use this for my main page, so my lead page. So they've come to, my webinar registration page. I might put a conversion pixel on there just to see, the key, the main pages. We can do ads to cart, and we would mainly do ads to cart and put that little pixel on the page that they come to after they've added to cart, before they've checked out, and that's used for abandoned shopping cart. So if you have a shopping site or an e-commerce site, then you'll know that you have, they come to the main product page to buy their pair of shoes. They can add their pair of shoes to the cart, and then they can go and shop and browse, and then they go and check out. Okay, so this is the page, the add to cart after they've added to cart, that we can put this particular pixel on. Okay, and then we've got other website conversions, and they are whatever you want them to be. Okay, the main ones that I use for what I do, I use registrations, checkouts, leads, and key page views. Okay, with my when I get my running tops actually up on site, then I would look at ads to cart for abandoning the shopping cart. Okay. So let's go in and do this live demo. I'm a little bit nervous about this, guys, because there is so many moving parts, and it's easy when I sit down and do this day in, day out, but when I have to actually show people how to do it, let's keep our fingers crossed and bear with me if there's one or two things that might go a little astray here. But I think this is really important for you guys to see the process from pretty much go to woe, okay, in terms of, getting the ads up and whatever else. And the reason why I'm doing it on this particular campaign rather than my Run Marathon training one or my webinar one is they've all been set up before, okay. This one has not been set up before, so you're getting it raw, live, right, straight away, right up to date. Okay, so let's go over to Facebook. So I always use the Chrome browser. The reason why I use the Chrome browser is for a couple of things, but mainly I can use Power Editor in here, and I'm not going to show you guys Power Editor today. I might do it in another lesson perhaps. And I've mentioned this before, but Power Editor gives you a lot more functions in terms of ads, but not necessarily that you guys need to know right now, okay, or may ever need to know. This main ads manager, you can still do what you want to do inside it, okay? Just more advanced. I use Power Editor for most of my clients, just because it has a few more functions in it. But so I'll use Chrome, and because then I can see also my Facebook pixel helper to see that the pixels are set up in the right place. Okay, so the first step that we want to do now. Hope you're all still there. Just paused for a second. Actually, let's double check and make sure that everyone's alive. Hands up if you can hear me. Oh, good. Oh, that's everyone. Oh, perfect. Thank you. I'll just put all your hands down. Okay, so the very first thing that I'll want to do after the landing pages are set up, so I've got a main landing page, I've got a thank you page. I'm not going to show you guys how to do that. If you don't have one already, then I suggest you either look at, if you can't pay someone to do it, you might want to look at something like lead pages to get these things set up. It's about $90 a month for lead pages, but definitely well worth it if you don't have the skills yourself to do these things. So landing page and thank you page have been set up. Landing page, thank you page. Okay. Now, the very first step I'm going to do after they're set up, or my website set up, is I'm going to set up my audience pixel. So I'm going to go into audiences down here. Now, remember, You only get 1 bit of code per ad account, okay? 1 bit of code per ad account. I'm just going to go create audience, and I'm going to go custom audience, and I'm going to go website traffic. Actually, sorry, I'll just take that step back a bit because I already have my little bit of code here. But in fact, I won't. I'll continue to do this just so I can show you. So now I'm going to go anyone who visits my website. I'm going to click on this. Oops, and go people who visit specific pages, web pages. I'm going to go URL contains, and I'm going to go over to the URL, grab that, go back to here, and put it in here, okay? I'm going to do 180 days in this instance. I'm going to include past website traffic. If you've never put this on, if you haven't put a pixel on, or audience pixel on your website before, it starts from today. It won't include any past traffic, but I just leave that ticked anyway. This one here is going to be card making for profit, and all, oh no, I'll go free. Oops, 180. Okay, you can add a description if you want. I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to go create audience. I'm going to go okay. Now, if you guys haven't done this before, you will actually get the pixel. Okay, it'll show up for you. I'm going to go and grab mine. I'm just going to tick that. Actions, view pixel, and I'm just going to copy all that. Okay. I'm going to go then over to my website. Oh, that's my main site, but I think I put it in another browser. Here we go. Now, I've downloaded a plugin, and my plugin is Add to Head plugin, okay? So you go into plugins, and you can go Add New. If you're using WordPress, this is, guys. If you're using anything else, you need to get a techie or go and put this in, find out how to do it to your main website, okay? If you're using HTML or anything like that, do what you need to do to make sure that it's on every page of your website, okay? This is if you are using WordPress. If you use something like lead pages, then you can, there's a place in there where you can put this pixel on every page, and there's a place where you can put it on each head, and it actually tells you what to do, okay? But if you're using WordPress, this is how we do it, okay? So I've put in a plugin called Add to Head plugin. I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to go add head to every page. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to put that little pixel right in here, okay? And I'm going to go save changes. And I hope that's saved. Like I said, I usually get other people to do this for me. It's not something that I would normally do, okay? Now I'm going to go back over to Chrome. I'm going to go onto the page. I'm going to refresh this little page and keep my fingers crossed. Oops, that it's turned up. It hasn't. See, I should have a little 1 over here to show that it's actually on the page. But those people that know WordPress a lot better than I do probably know that I may have done something wrong in here. Because that's just not wanting to save changes. So maybe I need to refresh this. And if this doesn't work, I'm not going to go into much more detail on this. Like I said, I usually get a technical person to do this for me. It's not something I normally do. I just wanted to do it, for those that might want to do it themselves. No. So that hasn't shown up, guys, for whatever reason. And I know there's probably people there who are a little bit more experienced than me on this call going, yes, but Kerry, you're meant to do this and that. I won't worry about it right now, okay? But that's what I would do, okay? So I get my audience pixel and I put it on every page of the website. That's the first step. Now what I want to do is I want to create some rules inside here. So that's to 180 days, okay? I'm going to go create an audience and I'm going to create another custom audience. And I'm going to go website traffic, people who visit my website, people who visit specific pages of my website, URL, go back to, try to see, URL contains free gift, or we might want to do equals to. I haven't really, the main reason I would do equals to is on my thank you page, so it's only specifically that. But here we go, we can do 30 days, so we're going to go card making for profit gift 30 days. Okay, we'll do another one. Seven days. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it, and I'm going to do one page, one day, sorry. The great thing about this is you can actually set them up afterwards if you think about them as well, because that pixel's on the page, and you can include past website traffic. If you think of any other days that you want to do, you know, in each campaign, then you might want to, you know, add some more in. But this is basically setting the rules in place so that it can track these people at the different, you know, over the different days and different steps of the process. That's why it's really important to have that funnel, to have what your goal is and whatever else, so that you have some idea of, okay, and this especially the funnel, so you have some idea of, okay, well, what, you know, how many days do I need to track? What am I going to show them at each step of the process? What am I going to show them after they've been there for 7 days? Am I going to change that around to something else? You know, so you know, you can set these things up afterwards if you need to. I tend to go in and do my 1 day, 7 day, 30 day, 180 days straight away anyway, just because I sort of have a bit of a process with advertising where I might change it around after 7 days and then change it around after 30 days, because, you know, after 30 days they're pretty much unlikely to take the action that you want them to take. So free gift, and this is 1 day. So now that I know they're all in place, okay, I'm going to go back to Ads Manager. And now I'm going to set up my conversion pixels, okay? So this is even before I've done the ad. So I've done the audience pixel so that now I can target and remarket. Now I'm going to do my conversion tracking, so set these up. So we're going to click on conversion tracking here. And we're going to go, create pixel. And we're going to do leads, because these are people who have opted in to my free report. And I'm going to do okay, and create pixel. This one here I'm going to copy it, go back over to my website, and again, this is not necessarily going to work because the last one didn't work and I haven't got the right pages in place. But if I go to pages here, and this one here I believe is my thank you page, just because I know it is, but it's not the right thank you page, so it's not going to show up. So because I've got that per page per page head in here, I can scroll all the way down to the bottom here and add to head in here and paste it. Okay, then I can update. That won't work for my example here, by the way, guys. I'm going to have to get someone else to go in here and fix this up, only because I don't believe this is actually the right thank you page. But I will double check. I like to double check these things. So we go back to thank you. See, it hasn't showed up in here either. So like I said, I don't know when, how. There's issues with my WordPress, but that's the technical side, like I said. So those are all right, let's go back to our ads manager. So now what I can also do is I can set up and create a pixel in here for key page views as well, just for people that have come to my main page. So I might want to do this. And card. Oops. So these are key page views, okay? And then I'd grab this and get someone to put it on the main page of the website, okay? I'm going to close that down for now. Now, actually, one of the steps that I will also show you, and I should have showed you this while we're in the audiences, and again, sorry, because we are live, it's just a little bit out of order. But so we're going to set up, first of all, our audience pixel and all the different days. Then we're going to set up our conversion pixel. But one of the things to do when you're inside your audience pixels, so we'll go back inside the audience pixel, is we want to set up people that have come to the thank you page. So we're going to go custom audience again, website traffic, people who visit specific pages. Now, the reason why I use specific pages, you can actually have people who visit specific pages, but not others. You might want to set that up if you have a really slow building list, because, of course, if they visit specific pages of the website, until we get up over 20 people who have visited your thank you page, then that pixel, that audience won't fire off, okay? So if you've got a slow building list, you might want to go visit specific pages but not others. I know mine's going to be fast building, so I'm just going to go people who visit specific pages. The URL is equal to, and I'll go back to that thank you page, copy that, and pop it in here. Okay, and again, you want to do those rules in place. So 180 days, because that's the maximum amount of days we can do. So these have opted in. I might actually just do, so the main thing I want to see here is that they've opted in, so I might do free gift. FG opted in 180 days. Create that audience. Do another one, website traffic. People who visit specific pages. URL is equal to, in this instance, I'm going to do 7 days. Create audience. Okay, and then of course I can do the 30 and actually I'll do it because I'm doing everything, showing the whole examples, everything here. So and the 30 days. So did I do 1 day? Equal to 1 day. So we've got all those audiences there. They're too small to be ready right now, and that 1 day might not actually work. It depends on how quick it builds. You know, I need over 20 in that day for it to for that audience pixel to fire. But you know, worth having it there. If it builds really quickly, I might want to put an ad in place for that 1 day to really drive them into upsell in that first day. But typically, what I would do is just have it for the 7 days and put the upsell for those 7 days. Okay. So now that we've done the set up the audience pixel, we've grabbed the pixel and popped it onto our website. We've then gone and put the rules in place for that pixel. Then we've set up the audience conversion pixel, and then we have placed that on the website as well. The next step on the right page of the website, and the next step after that is to do your ads for this campaign. Okay, a really good tool that I have developed is I will actually put it on the site for you. Is, and I should have actually just went and grabbed it. I'm gonna. But I'll go grab it now. So templates. Yes. Okay, so I've got a little spreadsheet here. Just going to open it up. Not sure whether I showed this last time. Okay, so in Ads Manager in Facebook, you have a certain number of characters for each part of the ad, and it changes and certain sizes of pictures in that, and they'll change depending on what type of ad you are running. So if you are running a like campaign, which is not what we're doing right now, here's an example of, and so you can go in and type and do some examples of your ads inside here. Okay, it's really handy, and it also calculates the headline, the body, so it tells you how many, and then you can pop an image in here that you want to use. Okay, so you can do quite a few ideas in here. But there's the link ads. Now these are what link ads, website conversion ads, you know, whatever they might be. So these are the ones that we're going to do today. I've also got a photo ads and video ads examples in here, but we're going to go to link ads, and of course we're allowed 90 max in the main part of the post, headline, your display link, and your description. Okay, and the image is meant to be 1200 by, it's actually 628. I believe I've got 627 in here. Any size like that will work anyway. I've got one at the moment. I think it's 1131 by 700 and something. It still works inside there, but that's if you can do an exact size like that, then that's great. So I'll share this Facebook ad creative template with you. It is for you guys only, so if you could, you know, just not share that around, that would be perfect. It took a little bit of time to put this together, and it's for you guys. So so that's a good place for you to sit and do ads and set up your ads, and you know, know what characters and that before you get into Ads Manager, because you really want that sorted out before you jump in here, okay? So the very first thing we're going to do, no, not the very first, the next thing we're going to do is create that ad. So we go create ad. And we want to increase conversions on your website. Now, like I said, this is not going to work for me. It's going to switch back to send people to your website because those pixels aren't up properly right now. But I will go through the process so that I can show you. We want to drive people to, and I'll go to the page, copy and paste that link. Never ever just type this in. Even if you know it back to front, always go to your site, make sure it's open, copy and paste it. Right. There's my key page view one, and I can do my opt-in. So you always want to do the opt-in, not the key page view one. It will track it in the background if you're using, when I'll show you on the 7th webinar, I'll show you how you can actually look at those key page views anyway, but this will actually show you quite easily. It'll show you the opt-in. So I can add it to the website and continue. Tells me it won't optimize it because it's not done properly, right? Campaign name. So I'm going to call this free gift leads. And just to show you, well, I'll go through the process, how I go through the process. So I'm going to go fans for now. I'm going to go advanced. Include people who are connected to. Hopefully this will show up. Card making for profit page. Now that's not going to be only small because I've just got Australia, but I'm going to do the whole audiences. So no, that might be it. United Kingdom. Yep, so it's mainly, I think it might be Australia and the US are my main audiences here. Okay, just going to leave the age open because they're my fans. That I know they're in my target. I'm going to go $5 a day. This should be optimized for conversions, but because I haven't got because I haven't got that conversion pixel on right, that's what will happen. If you guys have got it on right, it will actually optimize for conversions, okay? Like I said, it's just not going to do it at this stage for me, okay? Now, there's other things you can do, ad scheduling. You can pick certain times of the day your ad's going to run and whatever else. Again, we're just not going to worry about this. It's not something that I would use ad scheduling. When would I use it? For specific, like if I've got specific things that run for a certain time of the day or whatever else, then I might do ad scheduling. I might schedule ads if I owned a restaurant, to be at certain times of the day, to remind people to come in at, it might be dinner time or lunchtime or whatever else to remind people to. So that's the only time I would use it. So this ad set name is going to be, and this is going to be fans. Like I said, I name my ads so that I can read them. I know exactly what they are. I know it's card making for profit. I know it's a free gift, and I know it's fans. That's who I'm targeting. Okay, I'm going to upload my picture. Now, I actually did load some before, so let's see whether they're actually in here. They are. Again, I didn't have my technical or my graphics designer on board when doing these ads, so I have done them myself, so they look very, very average. Again, I would get these redone, but just to show you. So I'm going to choose my Facebook page. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. And then I'm going to go, I've set up a Word document where I've put all my ads into, but again, you could actually do them into something like this, okay? The little jumpy up and down word thing probably will be where it is. Oops. It's a document that I forgot to close down recently. Okay. So here's my sort of list, my goal to collect a list, set up the audience pixel to all pages, set up the conversion pixels on this particular page, okay? Facebook ad 1 to the landing page. So here's my link, here's my headline, here's my text. So we'll just put my text in. Okay, go back in here. Headlines, card making for profit, I'll remember that. I've got my call to action button and my newsfeed link. Choose my button. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to choose from. This one here is going to be download. It's more relevant to what I'm doing. Show advanced options. And this is where you can put your news description link in. So the 5 key steps from passion to profit. If you love card making, why not turn your hobby into a business? Find out how. And I've got discover how to turn your card making hobby into a money making business. Free report. Now, with the words money making in here, this actually might flag Facebook, which will mean that Facebook won't approve the ad, and then I have to send in a support to say, hey, listen, you know, because Facebook doesn't like it if you're advertising quite a few things. One of them is, you know, get rich quick type of schemes, or make money from home type of home-based businesses, which is a little bit ridiculous, but I get sort of why they're doing it, as, you know, some rogues out there advertising things. But this will get flagged, or could get flagged, because of money making. And however, once they look at the ad, they'll see that I'm not actually promising that they can make a whole heap of money. I'm just saying that you can actually make money, okay? Again, this is not going to be optimized. This should be green, little button here. Now, what I do is I have a look at what it looks like, okay? And I look, you know, you can look at it on the mobile news feed. On the right-hand side as well. Audience network. That's quite cool. Okay, only really ones that I know my particular audience for this are mainly I believe they're mainly desktop, actually. I'll double check them. I'm pretty sure they are. Anyway, so last time I looked. So we're going to go and place that order now. Okay, so that's the very first ad. Yeah, campaign budget too low. Okay, that's because, again, I have optimized it for clicks, not for impressions, because I haven't got that conversion pixel there. Okay, so it's saying, you know, it's not enough. So I would have to go up to $10 in this instance just to show you how to do this one. Okay, and then we go place order. And then we can create a similar ad. Okay, a couple of different ways we can do this, but I'm just going to, I'll go in here and go create a similar ad. So we're going to go here. Now, right now, I'm going to do the ad for people who didn't take action. Okay, actually, no, I'm going to do it and a couple of more ads for different audiences. So we've done an ad for the fans. The next thing to do is to do an ad. Now I'm going to change the ad set. So every single time I do a different ad for a different audience, I've got to change the ad set. So we're going to create a new ad set, and I'm going to save. This time round, I'm going to do an ad set for, because I haven't got a website audience on this right now, I've got the page fans, and I should have actually set up a lookalike audience for the page fans as well. But right now I'm going to do an ad to just people who like card making, so our interest type of group. Again, this part isn't remarketing to do to the interest group. But I do an ad set usually for fans. I do another ad set for website audiences. I do another ad set for lookalike audiences, and I do another ad set for precise interests. Sometimes when you first start, you're only going to be able to do, of course, your fans, or even if you haven't got fans, you might have to just do these precise interests. So that's anyone who's into card making and scrapbooking. There's scrap. Most scrapbooking people are into card making as well. So let's have a look at the different audiences. Card making, here we go. So that'll do now. We've got over 4 million people in those particular countries, which is a lot. I'd probably relook at this card making here, purely because it could actually be, any other type of card making. Not 100% sure, but we've got card making, scrapbooking, and scrapbooking. So that's pretty obvious that is what that is. And I would probably look at some other card making sites and that and see. So we're going to go back down. This one here we're going to change out because we've changed the ad set. And this one's going to be precise interest card making. Scroll down. Now, keep the same ad. Everything else would be exactly the same. And then we'd place the order. And let's go continue. And I'm going to go back into audiences now. And I'm going to set up a lookalike audience so that we can target some people that look like my fans, if there is enough. Create another audience. I'm going to create a lookalike audience. Page. So I could make it from any one of these, except that there won't be enough. Create audience. Another lookalike. My fan page. Australia. So depending on what countries that you're targeting, you want to create a lookalike audience for every country. Let's just do that for now because I know that time's getting on, but you get the idea. So I've got those lookalike audiences now. Now they're not going to be ready for a while, so they'll show as 0. But effectively, what I would do is exactly the same thing. I would go into here, I would create so we see we've got our precise interest and we've got our fans. I'd go in here. And I'd create some ad rather than redoing it. I'd change the ad set, create a new ad set. Make sure that nothing else here is ticked. Take off. And we want to have a browse of these. So this is where we can also target our website audience, but we can't right now because they're not in the system, or they're not. They're not there. Sorry, they haven't been calculated, but I can set one up anyway. But let's do lookalike, and I'll go in and set one of these ones up. So if we can do a lookalike, if it's here. Card making for profit lookalike. Where were they? Or did I just get the wrong one? No, I didn't. Just went past them, didn't I? I've got a few audiences, as you can see. Here we go. All right. No, we're going to leave that. I'll just because I know that time's getting on. Okay. What I will do though, so let's just say I'm advertising to this lookalike audience. What I'd do here is I'd go in, and the same with website audience and whatever else, is we're going to exclude people who have opted in. Okay, so our opted in audience, we can exclude these. Okay, so include any lookalike audience, exclude people who have opted in. And in fact, we would probably want to do this on all the ads. So every ad you want to set up, you want to exclude people that have already taken the action. Sorry, I should have gone through that from day dot. Like I said, it's live, and so it's something that I do in most of my campaigns, and sometimes I have to go back because I've done exactly what I did now. So when we're setting up all our campaigns, we want to exclude what they've already, the action that they've already taken. Okay, so this would be our lookalike. We'd go through, rename our campaign here. And this one here is look like. Okay, place the order, of course. Oh, it's telling me it's too low again. We're going to turn these ones off. And then we want to create another one. Change the ad set, create a new ad set. And this time around, we would probably want to do just the website audience. So I'm pretty sure I have one for 180 day here, but let's just do 30 for now. And okay, and then if you've got a database, you'd have a custom audience and so on. So it's all pretty much a rinse and repeat type of process with setting those up. So we continue through and I'll show you what it looks like. So right now we've done our main ad, and that's our drive people to our page, and we've got 4 ad sets here, okay? So we've got one to fans, one to precise interest, one to lookalike, one to website custom audience, okay? So the very next step now is we're going to do that ad for people who have not taken action. So this might not be done, this might not be able to happen initially if you haven't collected enough audience of people who haven't taken the action, but just to show you how to do this, and by next week I'll be able to go into it a bit more because I should have collected that audience. So I'm going to switch that off just in case they all get approved and I start spending $40 a day when I haven't got the conversion pixel in place. Okay, so we're going to create another ad in this campaign. Okay, and this one here is also to increase conversions on the website. And I'll pick the right one. Free report. I'm going to do the demonstration just to oh, this is for when they haven't opted in. So this is what we've got to do. We go in here and we include people who've been to the free gift page for the 180 days or the 7 days or whatever it is you want. So let's just go 180 days for now. And we're going to exclude people who have opted in 180 days, okay? So the difference will be those people that didn't take action. Right now, there will not be enough, but in time there will be, okay? So we want all the countries again. Can't forget New Zealand. Okay, so include people that have come to the page, exclude the people that have opted in, have got all the people that didn't take action. Got it? Got it. Just repeating that process because that's pretty important. It's going to say I haven't got enough there as well. It's going to say I haven't got enough of an audience, but let's go down now here. This is okay. I might do that 7 days or whatever else, but that's what I've got for now. And what I've done in this instance, I've changed the image around a little bit, so I've made a slight difference because I didn't take action. I'm going to show them a black cover. Choose a Facebook page. And I'll just go back to my Word document. And I'm going to give them a little bit of an incentive. I'm going to say, well, we've got, in fact, this one should actually be for 7 days because if they don't take action within the next 7 days, okay. Don't miss out, free gift. Oops. Of course, I didn't copy that, did it? The text. So I've got only 1 week left to grab your free copy, discover how to turn your passion into profit. So I'm going to have this up and advertise to these guys for 7 days. So realistically, I should actually change this to come to the free gift in the last 7 days. Okay, but because I haven't got the audience, it's hard to do that and haven't opted in at all. So just for the purposes of this, I'm going to go out and use the 7 day one. Free gift 7 days. Okay, so after 7 days, they're not going to get shown that ad anymore, and I'll show them another ad. Okay, and the other ad might be, hey, listen, I'm going to give you another 7 days, or whatever it might be, or I'm, all sorts of exciting things we can do here. Like I said, once you get into this, it gets really, really exciting and you can just get crazy on it with all the different remarketing tactics you can use. So we're going to choose our button, which is download. Sometimes I test these buttons too to see which ones are going to work. So I'll do 2 different ad sets, and I'll do an ad set with a download button, and I'll do an ad set with a learn more button. 8 times out of 10, the download button gets more opt-ins than the learn more button, just as from what I've experienced, but you can test it yourself if you'd like. And the newsfeed. Again, opted in. So every single time someone opts in, then they won't see this ad anymore. And so really what I've got here is, only 1 week left to grab your free copy, discover how to turn passions into profits. I would probably get my graphics designer to put something like, don't miss out, 1 week left, grab your copy now. So don't miss out, free gift I've got here anyway. Download, so that's what it looks like on mobile. Right-hand column, it's probably a lot, well, it is a lot less, but still give an idea, okay? And place order. Okay, now we're going to just go continue through to here. So we've got our didn't take action, and then what we want to do is do an ad for people that did take action, okay? So we're going to go back and we're going to create an ad in the campaign. We're going to send increase conversions. Whoops. Now I'm going to upsell. Okay, so the idea here is they did take action. They've opted into my free report. They're already getting emails and whatever else. Now they're going to see it on Facebook, which is really cool. So we're going to go to the website and grab the link. We're going to pop it in here. Now, what I would do in this instance is set up those conversion pixels I said before. I would set it up on the thank you page of the Card Making for Profit did take action. And of course, the website audience pixel should be on there anyway because it's the same website. But I would put the pixel for the thank you on the thank you page of this. I think I already have one. And I think that's it right there. It should be under checkouts. Okay. So, like I said, none of them are working right now anyway, but I would dare say that one of these ones here is or that one there might be the thank you, but I wouldn't risk it. I would set another one up that's got, card making for profit, ebook, bought, okay, or checked out or whatever else. So just for the purposes of this, let's pretend I've done one and it's here. Because I've shown you how to do those conversion pixels, and I'm really, really careful about the time at the moment, or aware of the time. So keep in mind these people have opted in. So they've already taken action. So what we want to do is include people that have opted in, and we might want to do an ad over the last 1 day. And again, it will depend on how many people you can collect, but let's do last over 7 days while they're really, really hot. And we're going to do all the countries again. So it's good you can set these up before you've collected them anyway, because then you can just start running once you've got enough, if you want to. Start running the ad once there is enough people. So opt in the last 7 days. Those are our audiences. Make sure nothing else is there. It's not going to let me do that, so I'll put $10. Sorry. Like I said, that's not set up properly because the pixel's not there. And this one here is going to be that's it. Okay, so that's my upsell ebook ad. Browse library. I've got it right here. Card Making for Profit. Go back to my Word document. And it's ad book 3. So let's just take this one here. And this is step-by-step ebook guide to turn your card making hobby into profits. And again, I might actually want to do a don't miss out, discount for 7 days to the people that have opted in. Take that one out there. But I'd run it for a few days to see. I'll put shop now. Oh, a bit too much in here. So we show you step by step how you can set up a business, sell your greeting cards or someone else's, how to market and promote your cards, even if you've never sold any of your cards in the past. Shop now. Mate, that's the checkout. Thank you for on the card making book, and check what it looks like everywhere else. Great, and go place now. And continue. I tend to go in, if you're doing different images for different ads, I'd go in and rename the ads as well. That's too big for me, so I'd do card making for profit, book, sorry, ebook, go back into the campaign. So now you'll see that, and I'd go into all of these, in fact, and I'd change them, but I'll just show you what I'd call them, just so I'll show you this one here. So this one here would be so it's the report cover, and it's for the free gift. That should probably more likely do this. And the report is because it's the report cover. Just in case I had some other different image, might be smiling lady with money in her hands or whatever else. So let's go back to our campaign. So now you see what I've done is I've set up the audience pixel, and that's on the website. Let's make it, it would be on the website if I had the right technical person with me to make sure that that was okay. Like I said, that's who I would normally get. So we've got our website audience pixel on there. We've got our conversion pixels, and we've got it on our thank you page of our free report, and we've got it on our thank you page of our upsell, and we've got it on a couple of main pages if we wanted to, but I haven't in this instance, okay? So the website audience pixel on every page of my website. The conversion pixel on thank you page of report and thank you page of upsell. Then I've gone in and I've set up 3 main ads, or one campaign, and the campaign is for free lists, free leads. Inside that one campaign, I have set up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ad sets, okay? And the 6 ad sets are targeting fans to the lead page to opt in, precise interest, lookalike audience, and website custom audiences. Then I've done an ad for people who didn't take action, and then done an ad for people who did take action, and I'm upselling, okay? So realistically, 3 main types of ads, but we've just got different audiences. And then we've got the 3 ads inside there, okay? So we've got the, let's get them to buy, or let's get them to opt in ad. Discover how to turn your card making hobby into a money making business, free report. Download now. We've got they went there, they went off, they didn't take action. Only 1 week left, so we're incentivizing them to take action. Only 1 week left to grab your free copy, discover how to turn your passion into profits. And that's for 7 days because I've given them 1 week. And then the ones that did take action. And I probably would do the same, but I might show it to them for a week, and then if they don't take it within the week, then I'll go, hey, listen, grab your discount for the next week. So they've already seen it. I might get full price. They're not taking action, or they are, and then we can upsell them, okay? So that's pretty much the process. I'll just go back to my slides to make sure that I haven't missed out on anything. So yep, doing the Facebook ad demo. So that's pretty much the process. Now it's really your turn to do those ads, do up those ads, and start putting them on the page. Now what I'd like you guys to do is do up 3 ads, one to people to go to your landing page, and you might have done this last week anyway, but I'd like to actually see some copies of this, one who didn't take action and one for people who did take action. Take a screenshot of them and then upload it into the group so that I can have a look, and so that you can share them with other people and I can give a critique. So I know that was a lot, and you're probably going to have to watch the replay, so I'm going to send through the replay to get it uploaded as quickly as possible. I'll try and get it up in the next 24 hours. So I'll just download it straight after this call and get it up. I just have to find out whether my techies can do that, sort of over the next few hours or so that you can watch the replay. So any questions? I'm going to put all your hands down now. If you've got a question, pop your hand up and then type your question in the or just type your question in the chat box there. Yes, I do have the webinars all recorded somewhere, Mark, in the members area, which you would have got an email out. Anyone who hasn't got the recordings, there is a members area, right? Not just the members Facebook page. There's actually an area where you have to log in, and about 2 emails have been sent out now with the link to make sure that you go and opt in. What I can do is make sure that it gets sent out again for those that have missed it, because there has been a few that have completely missed that members area opt in. Okay. All right. Okay, I should have looked at some of these beforehand, because some of them I think were advising me on how I could fix my my pixels that weren't showing up. Okay. I think I already answered yours, Mark. I'm not actually sure in what process. So if you set up a single custom audience pixel on all your pages, you can go back and set up the rules later, and it will fit in those rules based on past traffic. Yes, but only from when you've put the pixel on there. What will be the CPC, cost per click, cost for the campaign? About $5 a day. What will be the cost per click cost for a campaign on a $5 a day budget? Louis, it all depends on your audience. So you do get a cost per click inside your ads, or it gives a cost per click. I prefer cost per action. So I prefer optimizing for people, optimizing for what my action to take. So I don't set a cost per click up as such, but the cost, what you're paying in your adverts per click, which is what some people measure it on, it will all depend on a whole heap of factors. Okay, so it might depend on the audience, and that's the most likely. So the audience and the action that they take on your ad will depend on the cost per click. The more action you get on your ad, the more people like it as such, the less cost per click you'll get. It also depends on who else is bidding for that audience to a certain extent as well. So if you find that your cost per acquiring a lead, or your cost per like, or whatever else is quite expensive, then you want to play around with your image and play around with your text and play around with your audience. It's a lot of different testing, but only play around with one thing at a time. So for instance, if you're testing an ad and you think it's too high, cost per click or cost per action, then you might want to change the image, which is one of the first things I do, to see whether a different image will get a better response. If that doesn't work, then I might change a headline. If that doesn't work, I might change the text or the audience, and so on. I've been asked why I choose the minimal size for lookalike audiences you create, because I want the top 1% of audience that looks like my lookalike audience. So I will, if you choose the minimal size, so I'll just quickly go back for those that didn't see it. If I go into lookalike audiences, is it going to let me edit this? No, I'll just go and look, make out like I'm setting up another one. What one haven't I set one up for yet? I don't think I've set one up for Running Fit Mama. See right down here, it's got size, and I'm right down to the minimal. If we go up to maximum, we can go up to maximum here. I'll always go to minimal, because size ranges based on the total audience in the country. Smaller audiences most closely match your source audience. Creating a larger audience increases your potential reach, but reduces the level of similarity to your source. Okay, so I think 2.5 million is still okay, and they most likely match people that have liked my page already. Okay, so I hope that helps answer that question. Yes, Miriam's just asked, can I do an info session update on what are you experiencing in San Diego at another time? Certainly can. I can let you guys know a little bit about what things that I'm doing here in San Diego and what I'm enjoying. Great, thanks, Louis. He's gone, I think. Said talk later. Cheers. Okay, so we got any more questions, guys? I know that we went for quite some time today. And I hope I haven't frozen. Hands up if you still can hear me. Yeah, oh, good. Oh, good, that's enough. Okay, so have we got any more questions then? I put all your hands down for you. Oh, yes, we have. No, that's fine. Great, thank you, Pat. Thank you, Annette. Just saying have a great time and see you later. Good, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Miriam. Thanks, Mark. Enjoying the beach? No. Actually, guys, I thought it was going to be hot here. It's not really. I'm sitting here in jeans. Okay, team, thank you so much for attending this morning. I hope I do appreciate that you were accepting the bit of a time change. Again, next week we're going to have a time change because I'll be back on the plane, I believe. I'll have to double check those times and I might be able to run it back at night again. I've had an awesome time. Thanks a lot. And if you've got any questions, please go into the group, ask the questions. I'll go in and answer them. I won't be probably in the group quite as much. No, actually I will be. I'll be in the group as much because I'll just come in and have a look in between sessions and things. Okay, team, I'll get this up as soon as possible and have a good week. I'll see you in the group. Bye.